he wouldn't have known communism and smacked him in the face. Okay? But what they do is they give you a snapshot of what the community looked like when that book came out. And the other part that's really nice is that it gives you a walking tour of the town, so the points of interest. And the first point of interest is the city-county building, not that one. Second is the Custom House. Third is St. Joseph's Cathedral. Washington Hall, it doesn't exist anymore. The Wheeling Wharf, the site of Fort Henry, the market houses, the Marsh Wheeling plant, and number 10. Wheeling Public Library. Where is it? Market Street. Okay. Block Brothers Tobacco, Mountwood Cemetery, and Mr. Bucket's List, Wetzel's Cave. But the interesting thing is that the last part of it lists gardens. You could call John C. Tucker's garden on Hawthorne Court, open by telephone appointment. Seriously. And you could go to see their rock garden of creeping plants interspersed with Japanese honeysuckle and rambler roses. And there was the Frank Huffman garden. This is a wonderful source. I'm sure we have them here in the library. If you want to see what this town was like, and then I would suggest that. Now, one thing I didn't mention tonight that made Wheeling as famous as its steel, or its nails, or its tobacco, or its glass was its yes. Now I'm gonna sporting life, we call it. So, true story. I did a couple of these programs, and I did one at school, and I'm getting ready to go. We had a little thing called Speakeasy on Wednesdays at noon. So I'm going over, and a colleague of mine says, "You doing a Speakeasy today, Dave?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I said, I'm doing the sporting life, Wheeling." He said, "Oh," he said, "I've heard you do that baseball thing before." So being the scatological guy that I am, I said, "Well, you know, I was talking about bats and balls, but not in the case that you're talking." Now, one other little story, and I have to, if some of you get offended language, I did this program originally for Ogilvy Institute, or the Mansion Museum, and they said, "Dr. Javersak, can we ask you a favor?" And I said, "Sure." What? I said, "Could you please not use the word whore?" And in several places in things that I had written, that's what it's called, you know. And I said, "Okay." So I went through the whole thing and never said. Well, about a year and a half later, I did the same program for the Wheeling Women's Club. I tell you what, I thought until this group, the Wheeling Women's Club, was the absolute best group to talk to. But you guys are pretty wonderful. So I said, "Would any of you get upset if I mentioned the word W-H-O-R-E?" And they all laughed and said, "Hell no!" Laugh. I will read you poems. I will do a couple, I don't know about any songs, but a couple stories about what life was like on the underside